Hello everybody, it is I, Richard the Urban Warlock from Urban Warlock Healing. So I'm going to do one of my darker side of spirituality videos. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So if you don't understand some of the phrases or concepts, easiest thing to do is go onto my YouTube via my link tree, and I've put things into a playlist. It'll either be under the Spirituality 101 playlist or the Darker Side of Spirituality playlist. So today I am talking about this, okay? Now, people within the spiritual world and the community, if they are either kind of human-souled people or light workers, they will have you believe that the awakening process is all love and light, and it's all nice and kind and beautiful and lovely. Well, as a starseed, and as the activator, and as an energy worker, I believe differently. Now, side note, if you're new to me, anything that I say is my belief system. I'm not saying I'm right. Nobody can say they are right in this world, because we do not know until we die. And if anybody says otherwise, you tell them to fuck off. Simple as that. So, in this role, in this world, I have 3 roles. And I've said this before on videos, so again, stuck record time, do apologise. Okay. So, role number 1 for me is activating people. Okay, so with my readings, if you're new to me, sometimes they can trigger awakenings. Don't mean to do it, just fucking happens. Yeah, that's why I tag myself the activator. Okay, it's a bit of a silly tagline, but it's what I do. Okay, I don't just do readings. The second is that I seem to have this ability whereby I can pick up if somebody has quite strong potential. So they've got strong mediumship skills, strong tarot skills, they might be an energy worker of some sort, whatever. Okay, I can identify those. The third is doing things like this and calling out the fucking bullshit. Okay, now, for me, this ascension process is just kicking off. For me, the ascension process isn't just this nice process of people waking up. It's actually a bit of a war. It's a spiritual war between light and dark. Now, as mentioned in previous videos, I believe that God, or Source, as it's called in this world, is both light and dark, okay? And it's a war to see which side, we go. Now, most people who get into kind of healing or reading and stuff like that, they will be wanting to do it for the right reasons. So on the light side, helping people change, helping people to get into alignment and find what they're supposed to be doing. However, there are people who are doing it for their own ego and doing it for their own greed. Now, there is nothing wrong whatsoever in making money out of this job, as long as you're not getting greedy with it. Okay, you should certainly not be getting in your head and thinking you're God's gift, because you're fucking not. Okay, you are literally a conduit, and Source has every right to remove that from you. And I've seen it, it's happening. There are an awful lot, and it tends to be the mediums who get into their head, they think they're great, and they'll, I'm this, I'm that, well, they're losing their gifts and their abilities. Okay, what they're then doing, they're dipping deeper into their ego, they're dipping into darker energies to try and feed that, because they can no longer pass on these messages, because rather than doing it to help people, they're doing it because they want the accolade and the money and stuff like that. Now, as I said in a reading a while back for somebody, not going to say who, the older guard, as I call them, really what they should be doing is starting to think about passing on that knowledge. Okay, I don't class myself as old guard. I'm 41 for a start, and I've only been doing this about 4.5, 5 years. My role is to wake people up or help them go through that awakening process. Now, that might change as we go along, because my role has already changed. I am aware that I am setting the stage for the next lot who are going to actually change the world. Okay, and I'm quite happy and comfortable with that. As long as I can do this, I'm happy, because I love doing what I do. You know what I mean? This for me is a calling, it's not just a job. Anyway, as part of one of my roles in activating or triggering lower vibrational people, I've seen a bit of a change. Okay, so up until recently, as I say, I have this ability to kind of pick up on people's energies and say, you're going to be really strong and da-da-da-da-da. I've had a lot of people where they've been, I can tell that they're going to be really strong mediums. Now, as is with anything, you are an autonomous human being, and you can choose whether you do something with that or not. That is entirely your choice, okay? let me just remind you though that if you are a light worker or a starseed, you do have a responsibility. So please try and step up. You know, stop being a pussy and realise that you need to make some changes in your life and step up. Okay, simple as that. Now, as things have gone on, and more recently, I've been getting some people whereby they're kind of on the fence, or I'm starting to get people who are low vibrational coming through. Now, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I have a bit of a theory. So if you go down the line of there are light workers and starseeds and their souls are slightly different from the majority on Earth, I believe that you can have entity-based souls. Now, they are people, they are human beings, but their soul comes from a lower vibration, and they are there to serve the darker side of source, if you want to call it that. I also believe that you can get dark star seeds, not very nice star seeds. Now, I'm starting to find that I'm getting people coming to me because they want activating and they're low vibrational. Okay, I have some people coming along to me who have the potential to be very good, but at the moment they're still a bit stuck in their ego. Okay, so they're wanting me to do it so that they can release that potential to serve themselves. Well, you might be able to pull the wool over my eyes for a certain period of time, but unfortunately I am starting to follow my intuition again. So if I do pick up on anything, I'm sorry, I'm not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to start creating these monsters. And if I do by accident, then you will have to face me in the 5D as they call it. And you will, okay? And I will take you down. Simple as that. Yeah, so this spiritual world, for me and my belief system, is that it's a war. It's a fucking war. We are just at the start of it. Now, why are you saying this, Richard? Why would you be saying this? You're coming across as a lunatic. Well, I know I'm a lunatic. I don't care. The reason why I say this stuff is because, for me, one of the biggest turn-offs in spirituality is the whole Zen, yoga, meditation, angels, yada yada. It's not who I am. I was brought up on new metal, you know, I'm you know, witchcraft, paganism, you know, I am happy to, you know, that's where my comfort zone is. Now, if you're kind of like me, right, okay, I felt like I had this calling, this yearning, and I used to joke to people and say I would make a great priest, but I didn't believe in God. You know what I mean? I felt like I had something to do within that, you know, realm of kind of helping people, but not in a kind of everyday sense. Now, if like me, you've got that kind of feeling, but everything you see is like love and light, angels, unicorn energy, you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And you will be. If I come along and I say, right, you know what I mean, it's not like that. There's dark shit out there. There's people with entities for souls, and they need, like, you know, pushing down a little bit. I don't mean physically or mentally, I mean energetically. Yeah, best way I can put it. And somebody like me, this fucking lunatic, comes on and is like, you're more likely to go, you know what, he's out his fucking mind, but, you know, that kind of resonates a bit more than me. And it might help those people to get into this, okay? It might help those people who are designed to be woken up to the fact that they are here to fight the good fight, okay? They are here to shine the light on the bullshit. They are here to not be afraid to say their piece. Simple as that. That is why I say it, okay? As I said before in my last video, which was a bit ranty, was it the one before that? I can't remember. Feel free to try and raise your voice, but if you're worried about what people will think of you, don't bother. Leave it to people like me who don't give a shit and who've stepped into the divine, because otherwise you're going to worry about it, you're going to stress about it, and then, you know what I mean, you're going to start withdrawing. Anyway, that was it. I'm coming up to the 10-minute mark. Dark Side of Spirituality. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. Ta-ta for now.